Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be trying out the Dr Rashel 24K gold clay mask. Now this is the first time that I try this mask. I got this off Takealot and I thought maybe I should try it out on my skin. Now my skin is not the greatest looking, so let's check it out. First, I washed my face with the Dr Rashel 24K face wash and my favorite silicone brush. Now look at the color of that face wash, amazing. So I used this face massager with the facial cleanser because I feel like the facial cleanser makes this facial brush actually makes the cleaning of my face a lot more thorough and it creates a foam, whereas if I just do it with my fingers I hardly see any foam. So I think it cleans deeper with this facial massager and your face gets to have a nice massage while you're at it. So once that is done, rinse it off and pat dry with a towel. Just lightly dry it. So next, let's get mixing. So the pack has some instructions at the back, although the English is really not that great, but it's understandable, which is the whole point of language. The pack comes with a little mixing bowl and a spatula. So at this point I wasn't sure if the spatula is used to mix and to apply, but I did try to use it for both mixing and applying just to see how well the product works. And now the powder, oh my god, this powder looks really sparkly. I just couldn't get it to look the way it is on camera. So I ripped off the top and just opened the pack. So since I've never used the clay mask, I wasn't quite sure how much of the powder I needed to cover my whole face, so I just did a little guessing. I first went in with the first full spoon and I thought, okay, maybe a little more, so I went in with another half and I thought, let me just add another half. So in total that just makes it 2 full spoons of it. And this mask just only requires you to add water, so I've carefully added in some water. I'd advise you to be careful at this point, just to add a little bit of water, mix it, and then see, just check the consistency. You want to mix it a little bit at a time because you don't want to end up with something that's very watery and you have to add more of the powder, which will leave you with a whole lot of powder than you need. So mix it up until you get the right consistency. So once that is done, I tried to apply this clay on my wet face and it just didn't work. And I tried to force it in by rubbing it in and I thought, you know what, let me just use it on dry skin. So I dried out my skin and the clay went on beautifully. Now what I did notice, the instructions or the description on the box said that it works well on the skin, on the under eye. So I tried to get as close to my under eye as possible, but this area is very sensitive, so I just did it on my left eye and didn't go too close on my right eye. And as if you notice, the areas where I have my pimples are actually showing. It's like the product doesn't apply over my pimples. Now I did have some trouble using this the spatula that comes with the pack. I was actually regretting just using it, and I thought of changing it for my brush, but then I thought maybe somebody wouldn't have a brush, so I just thought, let's see how it works with the spatula. A little bit difficult, but still doable. So I did the rest off camera because I really didn't want to bore you guys of me trying to get this product on my face. The most difficult part is just making sure that the whole face is covered with a consistent amount of product. Some areas, as you can notice, had more product than other areas, which I later found out that, you know what, I should have covered my face with the same amount of product throughout. Now, as you can see, there are the parts of the face that have a lot of product and those that have slightly less product. Now let's wait. After 20 minutes, this is how I looked. Most of the clay had dried up, but there was quite a large number of areas that hadn't dried, and this thing was pulling my skin so much that I had dips and little heels on my skin. It was painful. I just couldn't wait at this point to get it off. But my worry was that there's quite a large number of parts that the product hasn't dried. So I just decided, you know what, let me just keep it on for another 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, and this is how it looks. And at this point I had it. I was like, I cannot wait to get this thing off my face. I tried to just smile, but it just wouldn't happen. It was just painful, and this thing would crack, and when it cracks, oh my god, my skin would feel it. My skin would burn. So the pack says you peel off the mask after it has dried, and I must tell you, peeling this thing off is a nightmare. Not only is it painful, it just goes off little by little, and you can feel every single crack on your skin. It was bad. It was so bad. Like, I tried to take out large amounts, but every time I try, it would just crack and a little piece would come out, which was pretty annoying. So I tried to crack the large spaces, and oh my god, the pain, and yeah, it just didn't work. It just came out little by little. It felt like I just made it worse, and this thing was just coming off with even smaller pieces than before. And the chin was the worst. The chin and just under my eye was just burning. It was burning. It was painful. I thought I should wash it off, but since I'm doing a review, I thought, let me just peel it and then just give my honest review. So I really tried, and just to warn you guys, this thing makes a mess. It made a mess on the floor, and that's why I decided, let me just peel this thing off camera. But what I would recommend is that you add more product than less product, because I found the areas that had a lot more product were easier to peel off than ones that had less product. The ones that had less product, like just under my lip, were very painful to remove. So this is how I look once I have taken the rest off camera. It did take me about 20 minutes to get it off, and these were the areas that were burning, so I thought, let me just wash it off. This is how my skin looks once washed off, and I should say these areas are burning. I would go in with my aloe vera face serum at this point, but I thought because my face is burning, let me just use my Dr Rashel aloe vera smoothing milk. Now I find this is like a fire extinguisher. Like my face was on fire, and I just needed this thing to just ease the burning before I applied my daily serum. So guys, if you would like to try the product out, the link to the product is in the description box. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. And if you try it out, please leave a comment down below and tell me about your experience. And if you'd like to see more about skincare products, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell for more updates. Thank you so much guys for watching.